Let's go.
But this is Christo's steady breath speed Chrom. Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. Ooh.
As somebody who's actually built Chrom, I don't know how I feel about that either.
In my opinion, best Chrom is plus attack minus speed, or plus defense minus speed, but plus speed. I mean, there's no real minuses anymore, but still. Plus speed, that's a hard pill to swallow. Ooh. Okay. So you're going to try to rely on your natural speed that you get from your bonds. So attack speed bond and your falchion provide you additional 9. Yep, additional 9. So you reach 43. That's actually not bad. And in most cases, that could double. And along with getting the extra attack, speed, defense, and res, you also have steady breath dropping you another 4. And then you're going to have 222 for ethers. So you're going to have fast ethers as well. Chill defense is a nice B slot because you're going to rely on falchion to heal and ether to heal. And then, of course, infantry pulse with high HP. It's actually not bad. It's just very strange. Huh. You're... Okay, what? Double checking. Tier 20. Okay, it makes a lot more sense. If you were anything under that, I would not understand as well. But tier 20, yeah, you start fighting armor a lot. And if you can double back, this works out perfectly. But I still question, like, why would you not go for, like... Because if you're fighting against armor, you don't really need to worry about, like, reaching 40 speed. So if you went for plus defense, Chrom... Is speed a super boon for Chrom? I don't remember it being one.
I don't think it is.
This is super interesting. Alright, I'm double checking right now.
Yeah, I mean, for my Chrom, I went plus attack because honestly, when you get to a certain point in arena,
it is a super
really
boon.
Doesn't matter.
Right. But it is a super boon. Alright, this makes a lot more sense then. Wow, you are very impressive to go for this. Alright, that makes a lot more sense because if you go for plus defense, it's only plus 3 points. If you go for plus speed, that's 4 points. And you're making up for it. Okay, I see what you're doing. You're maximizing. Very impressive. I remember something funny about Chrom's speed, so I that's why I said that. But okay, never mind. I see what you're trying to do. I think you lost your mind partway through all of it. I know super boons are nice, but life and death Chrom is definitely not a thing.
Yeah, that's a little opposite end of what you would want to do with Chrom since he has really nice defenses.
But otherwise, very nice Chrom. On first look, bunch of questions. On second look, actually maximizing his stat totals. Even if it's just 1 extra point, that's 1 extra point. Reaching 43 speed is much better than 42 speed. Once upon a time, 40 speed was the norm, and then the speed meta got pushed to 42 speed. And then so 43 speed would just be 1 point over that. At least that keeps you at the even planes and helps you get closer to them, doubling. And then armor meta happened, and none of it mattered. But yeah, great Chrom. Chill defense, I actually do like that. Usually I suggest people to go for guard for Chrom. Guard or double renewal. You either heal a shit ton or you prevent them from getting specials, and that would threaten killing Chrom. But chill defense I can also really understand. It's just when you hit 58, which turns into 67 times 2, I'm not quite sure you need that extra that chill defense. But against armor, red armor, yeah, I can see it. You wouldn't want to fight blue armor anyways, but against red armor, yeah, I can see it. I should have really done Brennan first, because we always ignore Brennan. All right, this is why we ignored Brennan. Brennan, knowing you, that's Grail's axe. Well, it's not called Grail's axe, but that's Grail's axe, and he's gonna be Fury 4. All right, I'm already calling it. I could just feel it in my bones. I could feel your stupidity at work. It's actually not. What the okay. This is worse, by the way. Worse!
I think it's pretty great.
Oh, boy. When you make the decision to go speed Hector, here's the thing, guys. When the game first started, I argued for speed Hectors because at 28 speed, I think it was, at plus speed, you could prevent doubles, and that was huge. But the game has way gone past that. But now they give you so many tools to make it back to that speed portion, and it's just insane. All right, number 1, this works. Number 2, you shouldn't do it. That is my suggestions. That's my view on it. All right, Faithful Axe. Of course, you need an adjacent ally to get that +3 to everything, which therefore triggers attack speed bond, which means you get 8 speed extra. So you reach 43 speed. And then you have this odd speed wave. So on those odd turns, you reach 49 speed. And then if that's not enough, you reach 55 speed with Darting Stance. So at the very least, you have 49 speed base, and you will always naturally double. Yes, it works. But it pains me so much, because this is... What is that, a Lin? No, is Fjorm attack speed portion? No, she's attack speed bond. New Year Fjorm. So a Valentine Lin or a New Year Fjorm. It could be anything else. There's a lot of heroes with attack speed bond, but you know what I mean. Faithful Axe, that's a Grail dying here too. Vengeful Fighter, it could be any number of heroes. Grima. Jeez, and it's a rough. And odd speed wave is who? I can't remember speed waves because they do odd and evens, and I just can't remember the difference.
I think Levitine was the odd one, because I think Carla had even. I might have them mixed up though, but it's probably one of those two.
Okay. Brennan wants an Oho in chat, and you are Ohoing. This is such a ugly Hector, but it works. The pivot. I don't know why, but all right. But Ether. But yeah, this is the kind of Hector you would really want. With that Faithful Axe, you have 44 defense, so you have 61 HP, so you're really holding on. And then you also have extra 9 attacks, so 63 attacks. So you're even hitting hard. And then you have Vengeful Fighter Ether. It works. It works. It's actually pretty damn good. It's still stupid. And this is what I meant. This man had Slaying Hammer Hector. And here's the worst thing. He had that Hector set as his representative during Voting Gauntlet. We were on the same side. I lost to Slaying Hammer Hector. It was dumb. I made a video about it. I was so upset. If he just had Almaz, we would have won that so easily. But yeah. Brennan really likes Hector, really likes Ike. Brennan likes men. That's... Oh, you see, you did learn Fury 4. I knew it. But that makes perfect sense. Alright. Good job, Brennan. At least this works, unlike your other builds. Wait, what? Brennan, can you explain why you need odd and even speed wave? What the fuck?
He's a man of culture. He loves that meme, and in my opinion, I approve, so keep doing you.
He loves killing. What the heck, dude? Why? Alright, that's Brennan. Sorry, heroes.
Let's go!
Plus 10 Mia soon. Wait, you're on my friends list. Are you not? I've seen this Mia. I might be mistaken, but I've seen this Mia. 62 attack. Ugh. Alright. In terms of infantry sword heroes, guys, Mia is my favorite. She is not the best one. I argue Ira over Mia any day, but I take Mia personality-wise and just as a character. Look at that fine, adorable smile. Her big, glowful, cheerful eyes. That posture. Her shaved armpits. Her smoker voice. Everything about her is so attractive. But the one thing she has over Ira is that she hits harder naturally. Resolute Blade adds 3 attack. It's also Wudao. Unfortunately, this is kind of getting outdated, but you are making the most out of it with Special Spiral Ether with Heavy Blade. So when that Ether hits, it's extra hard. 62-48, very, very solid stat lines too. 34 defense, 31 res. and 3 flowers, 43 HP. This is a very, very good Mia. But yeah, if you're going to use Mia, you really need that special to trigger often so that Resolute Blade works. I would argue maybe Blue Flame. Blue Flame actually kind of makes more sense in a lot of situations because you have a 10 extra damage and Blue Flame already does 10 by itself alone. So you would always be doing a pretty decent amount of damage. But Ether also makes sense because healing back up, getting rid of that Fury. The Fury will always drop your HP, and your HP is not exactly that high, but I see what you're going for. Unfortunately, Mia's like HP is really low, but that's actually not that unfortunate because her attack and speed are immense, and her defensive stats are really good. But yeah, great Mia. And she has nice thighs too. Man, this girl is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, looking at that build, the one thing I do question is Fury, because there's so many other A skills that I just feel would work a lot better with her.
Really? Like what?
I mean, just based on her ability to hit really hard and double, I mean, I would probably push more for Deathblow 4 on player phase, because, I mean, just seeing Jasol's Mia with Deathblow 4 scaring the living heck out of me, it just makes me think, I think Deathblow 4 is probably one of her better skills.
The reason why I see him going for Fury is because her bulk isn't that great. It actually becomes quite scary to use some other skills because you give up the overall stats for it. Deathblow is really good, but it's still just, I mean, at a certain point, the extra attack actually doesn't do much for you. So I can understand Fury over it because you're hitting 62 natural. That's already immense. Sturdy Impact would just be for the attack and defense because her speed prevents doubles anyways. Unless they have like, Vengeful Fighter. Then you would tech it, and then it would just come down to speed, and she would win that.
Yeah, and it also stops the Swordbreaker and Arena Assault, which I learned very, very quickly.
Yes, it's actually not a bad idea, but that's incredibly expensive. But if you go this far for me, I can see it. But yeah, the only thing in doubt is your A skill. You could use Sturdy Impact, of course. Deathblow 4 is an option. It's not my favorite option, unfortunately. You could go for Fury 4 even. It's just the extra stats but the extra stats aren't really worth the extra knockback in my opinion. Fury 4 is such an interesting skill. But yeah, excellent Mia. I love it. I love your Mia, and I still have yet to get a Mia. Mia and Nephany were my favorite couple in the Telia series. Alright, Spoopy. Alright, Spoopy. Good job, Spoopy. Moving on. Oh,
Minerva.
fun. This is so weird. Sturdy Impact QR. I think you're going for one-shot kills. One-shot kills against... I don't know about this, man. I think you need slightly more speed. This is super interesting, because she's so slow, so she wouldn't... She's slow, right? So she wouldn't... Some of the attacks, she might actually get one-shot kill. Against armor, no. Against mages, yes. Against dragons... I don't think it happens. You only add 6 extra attack, 10 extra defense. So at very least you'll take minimum damage. But QR... This actually... It's like dual phase Cherche, but her offensive phase is not that great. And you're preventing specials with the Hackland. Man, this is very interesting. If you have the support to get her a bit more speed so she can double on armored at least, I think that would be a lot more preferable. You have speed tactic indicating it's not a Fire Emblem team. Okay. I don't know, man. I think you need to go for speed refine. I think you need... If you just had 32 speed, I think that's enough for some armors. But I can see you going for defense, because that's one extra point, and 40 defense and 50 defense makes a lot more sense. What do you think, T and Ryu?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at this one, it is a very unique take on Cherche. I mean, in my opinion, he should try and focus on either one phase or the other, because with trying to throw Sturdy Impact in there, it just doesn't feel like it has a place in there unless you can really buff up her speed to where you can get that consistent double. And if he can do that, then I would say that's a great build all around and don't change anything. But Otherwise, I would say probably consider putting in like an enemy phase type of skill for that A slot, because otherwise it's pretty much wasted unless you want to try and just do one round of 66 attack on the player phase.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to, because I think because when you're defending, Sturdy Impact has 0 influence on QR. 0. If unit initiates combat, yeah, absolutely no impact. And if you're attacking, your B skill has 0 influence on your attacks. So you're really splitting apart these two skills. If you did Brave Axe or Cherche's Axe with Sturdy Impact, I think you might have a better time, because you have so much attack and your defense is so high that if for whatever reason you don't get the kill, you will be pushing off the damage and maybe possibly surviving the next phase. At least that's the way I see it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, honestly, if he just focused on changing the weapon to Cherche's Axe, I mean, Sturdy Impact works so much better. And then at that point, you can switch the B slot to either like a Link skill or something along those lines to where it would be more synergetic with the build.
But yeah, all right. I think you have something. I think you have a lot of options, because you have your hero built up with like all the axes and all the skills, so you can do whichever you want. Yeah, you have Swiss Sparrow. So yeah, you definitely have the options. It's up to you. Personally, I think splitting her efficiencies gets you really mixed results. But yeah, like I see what you're going for. The Halloween axe with what's called Hack-O-Lantern with QR works really well together, but it doesn't really back up Sturdy Impact. And yeah, you have like close defense, QR, Hack-O-Lantern works so well together, but Sturdy Impact really doesn't support that. But yeah, that's my only opinion. Like, it's a great Cherche and you have all the builds available because you have the skills. But yeah, this one's kind of iffy. You just plus 10-1, not 2.
Understood.
Well, now he's got a plus 10, at least 2 more, so that way he can have a full OG Cordi emblem.
I think the emblem team makes much more sense if it's everybody. But yeah, Cordelia, in terms of stats, very offensively orientated, even though, well, I think she's like 155 BST now. Actually, I'm gonna double check. Thanks to the extra 3 BST, she needed it. Her defensive stats were really poor, but her offensive stats were excellent. Wait, how much is the total? 157. Oh, never mind. She's at 160. Woo. Whoopsies. My bad. Why did I think it was that low? But yeah, she's at 160. 150 is like, that's like singers. But yeah, 46, 26, 29 for speed, defense, and res, and 54, 55 for HP and attack. Really, really good totals. Blue dual flying for the extra 5 HP. And for the points, chill attack, hone attack, drive attack. So support Cordi, I see. Wagasa, so defense minus 7. With highest defense, and chill attack on the highest attack. So that's really good. You're dropping defense and dropping attack, and a lot of times these two overlap, because the unit with usually the highest attack usually has the highest defense, at least in higher levels arena. It's not always true, of course. There's a lot of exceptions, but for example, Surtur would trigger both in a lot of situations. Hector would also do it at times too, and Brave Ephraim. Yeah, but either way, I understand. Support, though. Double Rally, support, Gale Force. She comes with Gale Force. You would want to use Gale Force over Ether just to save your cost and still get the points. Although I'm pretty sure you have Ether. No, that makes sense. Gale Force makes sense, but yeah. Man, this is a lot of skills. Support Cordi. Interesting. Actually, you don't have Ether. Ooh. Surprised. Alright, sure. Oh boy. These are a lot of skills. I would never have the heart to do this because Legendary Azura is just like the ultimate gatekeeper for me. In terms of using a blue flyer at higher levels of arena, I could not bear it to kill her. And because she's so good, so useful too. Maybe we'll get another one and maybe that'll be a decision. No, I just merge her. Who am I kidding?